Hi, Alissa. This is Cliff from ShelfGenie. I just wanted to walk you through everything that we did today in your ShelfGenie kitchen design. So I'm going to start at the very beginning. The first thing you did, excuse me, was right here at 101 on the form. That's the Ruelle shelf spice rack that's inserted and attached to this door. Okay. I don't have a 3D picture of it, but I did show you the catalog. So I'll send the catalog onto it on with this when I send it out. And so the next thing that we did in your kitchen, we talked about the that vertical storage in here. What I would say is I'm gonna repair that divider in there so it's a little more functional for you. I'm gonna bring extra material just in case I can't use the material that I saw in there, and that's something I can do very easy. So next, you weren't happy with the shape that the Lazy Susan was in the corner, so we're going to replace it with a wooden one that's attached to the door. And then moving on to the kitchen sink, we're going to put a pull out in the bottom at 103, and 104 we're going to have what we call a independent riser, and that's going to be attached to the inside of your sink cabinet. So that'll give you some quick access to those smaller items that you frequently use on when you're working at the sink. Okay. So moving on to the next thing, you wanted to upgrade your end cabinet to be a trash recycling kit, and this isn't representative of the actual size. We ordered the smaller bins and the smaller holes at 106. And then at 105, that's the drawer that we need. It needs to be triple height, and we attach the door to it. So that's what we did there on that side of the kitchen. Moving on to the other side of the kitchen, up in the top cabinet at 110, we did a 3-level D-shaped. We call it D-shaped because it fits in that angle cabinet, so it has an indexing flat side to the Lazy Susan, and that turns in the space 360 degrees in either direction. But when I say indexing, it's just kind of like when you push it to that D side, it indexes and rests in a place, so it's going to be perfectly even with the front of the cabinet. So then moving down to the lower cabinets, we talked about it. We had higher ones here, and we changed them to be small glide outs. All your glide outs are designer light, which is the solid maple with the undermounted rails that are soft closing. They're manufactured by Bloom. That's the best. They make the best cabinet hardware in the industry, hands down. So then the next cabinet, I have it closed because I put in a special pricing, and we just kind of put a placeholder at $500. And then I'm going to try to see if I can't find a better deal for you. And that's at 109. And it'll basically be that half moon situation that goes in the door. You have plenty of room for it, so that was good news for us. And then this end cabinet, it had the style on the cabinet. So what we're going to do is remove it and replace it to the door. And we're going to index it such that it's when it's closed, it looks like nothing's ever changed, right? When we open it, we'll be happy to find 2 large pull-out shelves, same designer series. And by the way, these don't show it, but all of them come with the scoop in the middle. That's part of its stylistic. It's part of the designer series. There's no extra charge for that. So, in fact, I should have updated it for the 3D design. But they look like this, or something like this. I don't know that this actual, it looks more like what was on the display, but yeah, it has like that little dip in the middle. All of your glide outs are going to have that, except for the independent riser, because it would look kind of funky if we put a scoop on that sloped edge. So that's what we did. So I like to give this, so you kind of, it's to manage expectations, right? So this is the things that we did, that we agreed on, and it's all in the form. And the nice thing about it is now you have a record, like you could look at it later on and kind of right away remember what you did on this project. So, and then, some people like show it to their friends. Check what this guy did. He did a video of my kitchen, and this is what I'm doing in my kitchen. People get excited about it. It's great promotion for me. That's why I do it. Really, it's for the most part, it's to promote ShelfGenie in a way that can be easily shared with other people. So I'm going to upload this to YouTube. So you'll see a YouTube link in the email. It's coming from me, so you shouldn't be hesitant about clicking on a link. I know probably at your job they say don't click on anything in an email, but this is coming from me. So, and it could go to the spam folder, but I already alerted you to that. So that's what we did. Thank you so much for choosing ShelfGenie. I look forward to working with you in the coming weeks, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.